Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another way cool discussion, another Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I am here to help those who are interested to sort of become the boss of their brains, and therefore to learn to understand that thoughts come first and feelings come second, therefore thoughts dictate our feelings. So to learn to control what comes in the living room is key to having a happy existence. So it is a bit windy out here today. I came down a little bit low where Hamlet and that's Caesar, the little brown one. Hamlet's the white one. And King Lear's that handsome devil in the back. Okay, so today we're going to talk about being impeccable with your words. So I wasn't really on a plan with the 4 agreements, and it's kind of like turned into that. So we're going to give Don Miguel Ruiz the credit. It's a really good book. I've used it in Minecraft before. And so the 4 agreements, don't take things personally, is one of them. And we said yesterday's was, not to make assumptions, because when we make assumptions, we're just going with what's in our own head instead of the facts that are external, right? And also, sort of understanding that, we talked about the texting and all the, so we're basically lots of reacting is going on, which creates lots of drama, which creates lots of unnecessary, pain. Here comes Hamlet. And so another one of the agreements is to be impeccable with your word, and this is also a huge drama reducer. So the word impeccable, if I remember right, I have not looked it up, recently. If I remember correctly, and I will look it up before I publish this, impeccable means to be without sin. And so we can take that in all kinds of ways. We can take that in the Catholic sense or Christian sense, which means that something gets in the way between us and God, or if that's source with a capital S for you, creator of all things, or universe, or whoever you call God, or however that works for you, really doesn't make a difference as long as your higher power. If something gets in the way between us and the universe, let's say, and to me, since it's because we're all divine creatures, right? We're all connected to each other. That would also translate into something that gets between me and being my highest self, my best, highest self. And so really meaning what we say and saying what we mean is huge. And it also kind of pulls us out of this autopilot that many of us reside in, because typically when we're not paying close attention to what we're saying, we're often on autopilot. We also talked about residing in system 1, which is our automatic thinking. And that automatic knee-jerky thing is how, we often say things we don't mean. Never mind if we had substances and all that in there. But here's the thing. Remember, we're looking... Oh, aren't they so handsome? It's really about... We don't want to aim for perfect, because that's just a bar that's too high for anyone. Probably going to get head-butted right in the backside, but maybe not. They're too hungry right now. But about progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. So this all kind of works into the mindfulness, or the Minecraft lifestyle, which includes mindfulness and gratitude and all that. And also to do our best to be more impeccable with our word. We're not aiming for perfect, because it's a high bar to reach, for one. And even if we make it, all we're doing is checking a box. Checking a box, right? Instead of, just doing our best. So it's very important to watch what we say, because it's such a drama reducer. Oh my gosh, is it such a drama reducer? So even if somebody gets going with their drama, he said, she said, and trying to reel us in, we can be super careful with our own wording, right? Which, again, also, which kind of can stop the drama in its tracks. And you want to be a drama stopper, just like a hard stop. And obviously we don't want to be that preachy person, I'm above drama and all that stuff, because nobody likes those people. We can kind of be above it because we choose to be above it, because we don't want anything to do with it, but we don't have to announce it like that. We can just be that change in the world we want to see, as people say so often. We can just sort of sidestep it. I'm big into stepping out of the current. Just literally, metaphorical for a fast-moving river. step out. You're not moving with the river anymore. You know, it is that simple. And we've talked about simple versus easy, right? And it is that simple to step out of the current. We just got to be subtle sometimes, or not so subtle, depending on the case. And then the other thing with being impeccable with our word is, it came up a little bit with yesterday's assumptions, not to make assumptions, is the whole gossip train, you know, and that can be so rewarding for us because there's something that's like such a dope fix with being right. We can really feel good about ourselves briefly because then after that we feel badly about ourselves. Temporarily though, we can feel really good, you know, jumping on that gossip train and just judging, and it's at us versus them because we talked about the common enemy bond, like with the kid who picks her nose in the 3rd grade. Nobody wants to sit by her, and everybody's talking about it. Feels like they're all united and they're all like in the same anti-nose picking club or something. And that's not that. Yeah, that's right there. He's our handsome. Look at that handsome guy. It's just that us versus them thing, like 3rd grade level, or you know, 53rd grade or not 53rd grade. Geez. 53 years old level. Man, distracted by these very hungry goats right now. Whether it's 3rd grade or whether we're seasoned grown-ups, is the point, is that can be really gratifying, and it's important to be aware of this, right? Because we can't do what we don't know. Once we are aware, though, we become responsible. So, and like anything else, what we practice, we inevitably get good at. So we can practice, you know, the hard stop with the gossip and just don't participate. And again, we don't want to be preachy and I'm above that and you're all lowlies because you're gossiping. Nobody likes that person. You got to be discreet, usually, unless it's a situation where it's a hard stop, like somebody's saying something incredibly cruel, or, you know, something that's just completely intolerable, like a racist comment or homophobic comment or a anti-Semitic or misogynist comment. All that's different. That's just a hard stop, and who cares who's listening, because you can't say that stuff. We're talking about, you know, regular gossip going around, and just to kind of sidestep it, because really when we contribute and participate in that, because it is participating, is we're kind of active players in passing. It's like hot potato, right? Passing along the emotional venom, because that's what it is. It's just poison, like leaky verbal poison that just continues to flow when we let it flow through us. And you know, obviously whatever we do to other people, we do to us, and read the reverse. Whatever we do to ourselves, we do to others, because we're all connected. You know, we're all so connected, and this is how it works. Okay, and you know, in addition to the gossip, another example I can think of, which I believe Miguel Ruiz uses in his book, something like this. Even though I've used it for years, I haven't read it cover to cover in a long time. It's great for just dipping into, honestly. You can dip in and be like, ooh, I needed to hear that today. But with kids, you know, with parenting, or whether you're a coach or teacher working with younger kids, and with parenting, we're saying nobody's perfect. That's the P word again. We're not saying that. However, that said, I've had so many students write in their papers when we talk about the agreements we make, which is also what the 4 agreements is about. When people say things to us and we learn to agree with them, which then has us just like, we start this whole acting process as little kids. So, oh my gosh, I've had so many examples of, you know, somebody's mother said, you know, honey, maybe you really, you know, singing's not for you, or dancing's not for you, or karate's not for you, or whatever. Lots of comments about being not smart enough, or this enough, or that enough. And again, we're not, you know, parenting is like the most wonderful and most challenging job in the whole world. So we don't really, not, the idea is not to judge parents, and we all make mistakes, especially when we're tired and, you know, that kind of thing. Though that said, little children are really taking it in, right? So being impeccable with our word as much as possible as parents is a really, really good thing, because they are soaking it right up. And then what happens is they can, you know, kind of move into like sliding into this, they internalize and move into an agreement with that. So that is super, super important. Obviously, educators, anybody who works with kids, and then even lifting it out of that, you know, teenagers, same thing. I mean, different developmental age, but you know, they're also, their self-esteem is still developing, and all that stuff. So really working hard at hitting the pause button, which again, as you know, I've had to work really hard at that my whole life, and I've gotten way better at it. But it takes continuous effort, definitely. And then also with partners and whoever's in our lives to really think about what we're saying. If we're not sure, I think this is another 12-step slogan. I don't remember. It's like I was like 12 the last time I was there with one of my parents celebrating. When in doubt, go without. It's like if you're not sure if you should say it, it's probably a good idea not to, kind of thing. So there we go. We are taught. So this is about personal freedom. So don't take it personally. Don't take anything personally, because we're all of our own main actors or characters on our own stage. We also wrote the script, produced it, directed it, whole thing. Assumptions, the only way to know what someone's about or what they're thinking or how they're feeling is to ask them. We can think our mind reading skills are great, but they're really not, especially when we're texting to each other, because there's not even a face or tone to read anyway. And then be impeccable with your word. I don't believe these are in order, but those are three of the four agreements. And what we're after is personal freedom. I told you I'm a huge freedom person. So what happens when we kind of are on autopilot, not paying attention to these things, not paying attention in general, right? Because personal freedom and living a high quality, mind-crafted existence is mainly about two things: attention and intention. What we pay attention to is what makes it into long-term memory, and the intentions we set really govern the energy output that we do daily, which also in turn is read by and interpreted by our external world, the people in our lives, and sort of tells them how to treat us. So personal freedom, if you want to be free as you can be personally, stop taking things personally, stop making assumptions, and be impeccable with your word. Excellent. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off. Whoops, there they are, from Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.